This is Project Infinity, where we start in the void with nothing but this island, and we interrupt this broadcast to ask you to scroll down, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified upon the next broadcast. On to the video. Last time we got everything set up. We did set up auto gravel sieving and all that, but I have done a little bit offline. So what I have done is I upgraded the furnace to emerald. I set up auto sieving for gravel, sand, and dust. They all go into this oak gold chest with an advanced compacting upgrade. Specifically the advanced one, so that I can tell it not to compact gunpowder and emeralds and lapis into like bricks, which is the most annoying thing that these mods tend to do. It's not a perfect system. As you can see, these every time it shrinks something, it moves everything down to the bottom, which is not fantastic, but it's not the end of the world. So, you know, that's there. Yeah, right there. Osmium is now sitting here instead of nickel, instead of stacking with the other osmium. It's an issue that we can maybe fix today. I have a couple things that I want to get done today. But the other changes I made is with the power. So our 3 heat generators was not enough to run all, what is this, 9 machines, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Yeah, 9 machines. So I doubled it. There are now 6 heat generators in here. They are holding power, and I did have to get 2 solar panel level 3s in here for this to maintain as it is. Those generate 32 FE per tick. These produce 48, so this just pushed it over the edge. As it gets darker, we run out of power. These start to drain, but as long as I make sure that I am sleeping, this whole system keeps itself running. I did also upgrade these to diamond meshes, so that I could get the most out of everything without it getting all the extra stupid stuff. So sand is now only giving these 9 items. Dust is giving us everything we need, that it was at the same level as iron, but with a higher chance. Like a 50% chance to drop redstone, 20% for blaze powder. And gravel is still giving us pebbles, but now it's down at a 2% chance. And diamonds and emeralds are up at a 25% chance. So we're getting quite a few of those. So the things that I want to get done today are I want to upgrade this setup and then duplicate it. I want a second one of these setups behind this heat generator setup, which would allow us to feed lava directly into the heat generators so that they can get that extra little bit of power from actually consuming lava instead of just the heat around them. I want to get an upgrade to power generation just in general. This one can stay on this system because it's never going to really need to be replaced. And by the time that it needs to be replaced, we'll have so much power that it's not really going to matter. We are going to need to upgrade it eventually when I add in like blackstone, endstone, netherrack, soul sand, all that. But hopefully by the time we do that, we will have a much better energy setup. But I want to get a second energy setup that is not heat generators, maybe solar panels, maybe through power. But I want to change the furnace over to energy instead of coal. And I want to maybe today get started on AE2. I want to get a minor AE2 setup going, just very basic, so that I can get auto crafting going. And I think that's entirely doable because all we really need is this stuff up here, the Certus quartz. But what we should do is, I guess, grab everything out of here, start smelting, because we have a lot of ore. I did AFK for a little bit, so we have a lot of ore in here. A lot more than I thought, honestly. So it's going to take our system a while to get through that. I do want to, I guess, break down the copper, because I'm going to need a lot of copper. And I might upgrade this chest here. Do I not have a wand currently? Oh no, it would be over here. There it is. Okay. So the two main things is upgrading our lava setup to be generating more lava. And then, oops. Getting our furnace powered up using power. And then maybe getting an AE2 system. That is all that I really want to get done today. The reason I want to get this on power is less waste on the coal side of things, but also it will allow it to process more than one item at a time. Specifically, I am looking to get the factory augment. It's a really cheap augment, but it does make it so our furnace has to use power. So there's a couple ways that we can get power using generators. We could go the mechanism route and do wind generators. They will just process in the background, passive energy, really useful, and can actually be upgraded once we get into advanced crafting to combine them so that they are twice as efficient, 8 times as efficient, 32 times as efficient, so on and so forth. So we could do that. There is Stirling generator. That would just use coal. We could do just a crap ton more heat generators. We could use dynamos. The magmatic dynamo would be fed off of lava. Lapidary dynamo would be fed off of gems. Gourmand would be food. And gelid would be snow and ice. Just cold stuff. Magmatic dynamo, 1 bucket of lava would generate 100,000 RF. So the magmatic dynamo might be the way to go. Lapidary, lapis generates 40, diamonds generate 500,000. Diamonds are probably the most efficient. Yeah. So magmatic might be a good idea because we're about to upgrade this lava setup 30 times as effective. I need to get this mechanical drying basin, except I don't actually need the mechanical one. I think I just need the basic one. So 4 logs, 2 black dye, and 2 iron. There has to be a way for me to make the black dye, right? Black dye. By sieve crushed blackstone. Apparently I can do it. I don't think I have any blackstone, to be honest. Now I've got deep slate. That's not the same thing, unfortunately. Can I do the organic black dye? It requires coal dust and slime balls in an alloy smelter. Coal dust I can get from a squeezer. Squeezer I can make. Let's do the organic black dye in a primitive alloy smelter. Really easy. We just need a grain of infinity, which I have plenty of. And then have enough furnaces. So primitive alloy smelter. Oh, I need the stone from in here. Then we are going to piggyback off of this temporarily. Oh no, it uses coal. Makes it nice and easy. We'll just slap it down right here. And then should have, do I have a slime ball actually? No, because I haven't killed any slimes. I don't have any eggs. Don't want the pink slime ball. I want the rice slime ball. Requires rice dough, which requires rice, which is via rice seeds. Might have somewhere. Maybe not. Doesn't look like it. Unfortunate. Okay, regular slime ball. Is there a way to craft that? Melting earth slime, that's not gonna happen. Protein and sucrose in a combiner. Actually could do, nah, but that requires, so that's a recursive craft, because I need the drying basin in order to craft the magma creams. Or I need a bucket of milk. So I could craft a slime block through water and milk. The only way to get milk is a cow. Got a tricky point here. Because how do I... either of these. Can't do egg. I can get a combiner. The combiner doesn't seem that difficult in actuality. But then I also need a dissolver, which requires magma blocks. So this is another recursive craft. Because in order to craft the magma blocks, I need the mechanical drying basin. Unless I go through this craft and get the endothermic dehydrator, that's not gonna happen. Unfortunate. So we might not be able to upgrade our lava setup right now. Unless I can get blaze rods. Because if I can get blaze rods from blaze powder somehow, which it doesn't look like I can. Unless there's an uncrafter. No. Okay. So the other thing we could do is go to the Nether to upgrade our lava generation. Basically what I want is I want magma blocks. So in the drying basin, you can turn lava into magma. Well, it might have to be the mechanical drying basin, which in the end is fine. I can just make it. But yeah, I can turn lava into magma blocks. Magma blocks are a heat source under the crucible that is 100 times efficiency. Right now we're using lava, which is a 3 times efficiency, but it can also be used as a heat source under thermo generators, but lava is better for that. And I can get up to the basic one. Water is the only coolant. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Is there any other way of getting black dye? Or we just give up on this? Organic black dye is not going to work. Regular black dye is from sieving blackstone. Flour. I can get black wool. Obviously, if I can get black wool, that means I can get black dye. If I kill a squid, or I get mystical black petals, that I might be able to do, because that's a weird craft. Because I need floral fertilizer. Yeah. So this is an interesting thing that they do. I want 16 of this. That's 15. Okay, I turn 64 into white dye. White dye then goes back in with the bone meal, and I get 16 floral fertilizer. So this is an easy way of getting lots of flowers. We did get a mystical black flower. We're going to put it down. And the way that we are actually going to do this, we're going to grab some bone meal. We're going to grab 2 iron. We're going to make a set of shears. So this is how you make infinite of these flowers. You plant the petal, bone meal it, it turns into a tall flower, and then you shear it. Gives you a tall, mystical black flower. Tall one breaks into 4. And then you bone meal all 4. Shear them. Now you have 4, breaks it down into, yeah, so on and so forth for infinite. Oh, and you can crouch grow them, apparently. That means that you don't have to waste any bone meal. It's really nice. Apparently, I got a lime flower in this hole. But now we have black petals that we can turn into black dye. Boom, problem solved. Going through all this testing and forgot to test for that. Okay, and now we have all of these flowers for when we want to get into mystical agriculture, or Botania, not mystical agriculture. Mystical agriculture is something that I also want to get into today, but it'll take like 10 minutes. Because I just want to start it. I don't want to get super invested in it right now. We are out. That is why I want to upgrade this. We are out entirely of coal in here. So we are actually just going to use regular coal. With this current setup, with the speed upgrade in here, it doubles the amount of fuel necessary. So we are going to remove that and remove the blasting augment. So it is now half as fast, but each of these pieces of coal can now smelt 8 items instead of only being able to smelt 4. Once we have power, a reliable source of power, we can use the speed upgrade. You also apparently don't need to shear them. Cool. In earlier editions, you had to shear them in order for that to work, and the crouch to grow didn't work, so I'm just remembering older versions. That process has always worked for, as long as I've been playing Minecraft. Okay, so we need a block of iron and 4 sticks. And we need a squeezer. Now, the process in which this has to be done is a little strange. So I need to make this drying basin into a mechanical drying basin. That'll take 2 energy batteries. So that'll take 24 crystallized mineral chunks, except not actually. So what is going to happen is I am going to use a squeezer on... it's in here somewhere. On a mineral log. The mineral log will squeeze into a bucket of mineral resin. The mineral resin will auto-eject into a drying basin, and that will solidify into a block of crystallized mineral. So I need 6 of these crystallized mineral chunks, or crystallized blocks of mineral. I also need 2 pieces of obsidian, which requires me to have a stone barrel. I put down right here. Throw a slab on top. Is always a little strange right there. And then build around it like this. We get a bucket of water. Bucket of water goes right on top here. And then lava. That's 1. That's 2. Real easy. Or obsidian is one of the easiest things to make in here. Once we get a way better lava system, I will automate obsidian and just have it show up in a barrel. Or a drawer, I mean. So, real easy. We are going to do this right here for now. Drying basin goes right here. Button goes right here. I need mineral logs. And I have 1 mineral sapling. I'm going to plant it. Can't plant it right here. I might not have a spot for this because of the way everything is set up. Let me get rid of this setup. Also, apparently the lava is just close enough to hit this 1 block, which I think is stupid, but, Minecraft is the way that Minecraft is. Okay. This should be enough. Apparently not. Okay, we'll move it in. That's too far. There we go. Because it couldn't be near this mana flash, and I needed to create a 4x4 section. I believe all 4 of these need to be on dirt. Makes it nice and easy. Now, this is going to be a little strange, because they're all mineral logs technically, but they all have different classifiers in JEI. So, once we mine this one, it should... Yep, there we go. So, we should get a couple more saplings and a couple mineral berries. I don't really need the berries right now. They do serve a purpose. Generating 25,000 RF, apparently. Really it. They used to have a purpose in the actual mod, but I guess not anymore. We did get 5 mineral chunks. There's not enough to really do anything with right now. I could use integrated dynamics to use their storage system. but I'm not a fan of it. I never sat down and bothered to learn it entirely, so it could be a decent system, but the couple of times that I've used it in mod packs, it's very laggy. So I do not particularly want to use it. Okay, mineral log. Jump on this. It creates resin, it goes in there. Eventually we can automate this using automatic ones. But for now, this works just fine. So need a total of 6. I'm thinking. Pretty sure that it's 6, because we need 2 per plus 6 chunks per. This should be all that I need. It does take it a second, which is not the best, but better than nothing. Okay, 6. Go ahead and grab all these. Put down the mechanical drying basin. That's just a regular drying basin. I haven't made it mechanical yet. Alrighty. Drying basin. We need 2 of these batteries. That does mean that we need 18 redstone. Two in the middle, 2 top or bottom, 2 on the sides. Now, mechanical drying basin. Okay. Now that can go right there. It stores 100,000 RF, which is ludicrous, but it is what it is. We want to put lava in here. Just 6 buckets for now. And then it'll turn them all into magma blocks. Then we can upgrade. So, get rid of this one. Get rid of the lava. Put these underneath. It is now 100 times faster. So, there we go. And that is good enough for pretty much the rest of the pack. I might upgrade it to blazing crystals later. Blazing crystals is 175 times fast, which is pretty nice. Now, I want to make this again. So I need dust. I'm going to turn into compressed dust. I don't think I have very much clay anywhere. Well, clay wouldn't be in there. It would be over here. I want clay for a couple of reasons. One is obvious, because if I want to make the crucibles, I need clay. The other reason is that I want to make a couple hopping botany pots. Okay. 7 of these, trying to turn into 63 pieces of clay. 3 of these. No. Did the math as if they were blocks of 9, but they're blocks of 4. That should be enough. I need 21, I think. Yeah. Okay. Porcelain clay. Unfired crucible, go in the golden furnace. What are we doing in here? It is so slow without that speed upgrade, so we gotta upgrade this thing as fast as we can. Do not need any of that saved anymore. So I'm thinking magmatic dynamo. Could get a magmatic accumulator. No, we're not anywhere close to that. But magmatic dynamo. Real easy. We just need Invar. Means we need to craft fire charges. Fire charges are really simple. Blaze powder, gunpowder, coal. Coal, gunpowder, blaze powder. Okay. And then those can go right back in here. I'm gonna dump my inventory. I guess not all of it. You want these. Okay. Invar is nickel and iron. I believe it's 3 iron to 1 nickel. Nickel, iron, fire charge. Apparently not. Is it 2 to 1? Yeah, it's 2 to 1. Okay. 18 Invar. So what we want we can make 3. 3 magmatic dynamos, which will be perfect. All we need is some iron nuggets. This. Our gear. Now all we need is redstone flux coils and redstone, which is just gold and redstone. So gold, redstone, a little more iron. Actually, no, we're perfect on iron. 1, 2, 3. 3 magmatic dynamos. Perfection. Okay. So now we just duplicate this. I want a tank. Requires 5 pieces of glass. Polarity tank. I need more of these fluid pipes. I actually don't have. I need stone and lapis. I think that's the fluid pipe. 4 pieces of lapis and a piece of stone. Yeah. Okay. Balance. We'll grab 20. Because these will break down into groups of 4. I will need some item pipes. Got 6. That might be enough. We'll find out, I guess. I think I need at least 1 more than that. So that is 8 pieces of gold nugget stone. Okay, next I want a cobble gen. Water bucket, lava bucket, glass, logs. Seen me do that hundreds of times across multiple mod packs. Real easy stuff. We're gonna level it up. And let's go ahead and level it up one more time. Because we might as well. We can actually go one further if we want. All we need is gold. We can actually go one further than that too, because we've got enough diamonds. I have 4 stacks of diamonds in here. Almost 5. So let's go all the way to max level. Bubble Gen tier 5. Fantastic. We'll grab this tier 2 one that's over here and we'll replace it. And then this magmatic dynamo setup will just use the tier 2 because it doesn't need any more than that. Okay, so what's going to happen real quick is we are going to get rid of this drawer. Over here for now. We are going to put down a basic universal cable. It will work in a second. Out to here. Those will go right there. Magmatic dynamos will go off the end here. There will be a singularity tank right here. A fluid pipe going into it from this end here. I can access it, please. Thank you. Extract, it'll pull the lava out of this and put it into those. Then right here, we're going to put 3 magma blocks with the porcelain crucibles right on top. Then go like this. Then these will be set to extract. Then, right off the back here, be your cobble gen. With the item pipes, plug it in the side here. Okay. We'll set this to extract. We will change this interval to 2. Matter. We now have magmatic dynamos. This should fill up eventually. Once these fill up with power, it'll fill up. And then we just need to put a generator upgrade in this one. Or not a generator, a factory upgrade in that one. Generator upgrade would make it useless to me. So let's go ahead and do that. Factory augment needs a piston, 2 pieces of paper, 4 pieces of stone, and 2 redstone. So planks. Already have the iron. 3 pieces of redstone. This chest is already almost full. That's how effective our sieves are. I'm gonna have to turn them off. We're gonna go ahead and take the meshes out of these. And let stuff just stockpile for a little bit. I'll need paper, which we have in here. Fantastic. Okay. Just need a piston. Alright, factory augment. Right on this. Set it to auto split. Tell it to output to the front, which it's doing. Wow. Really? 3 magmatic dynamos is not enough to run it. I'm a little shocked. I thought it would be. Okay. I guess real quick, let's make some more magmatic dynamos. I need nickel and iron. We need... Invar. How many can I make with that? Let me get one more, so I can make at least 2. We do this. We can then make enough Invar gears. And enough of these redstone flux. Okay, here, 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 here. Magmatic dynamos. Put 1 to either side. And link them in. Ooh. Like so. And is that enough for this to be stable? No. Okay. Maybe these are just not strong enough. I figured 100,000 RF. But, oh, it's not 100,000 RF, it's 40 RF a tick. And 1 bucket of lava runs long enough to be 100,000 RF. Okay. That makes a little more sense. I was wondering why it was so strong. Because it's not. So... go ahead and cut this connection here. We will take out the factory augment. Dump everything back in here. And then just grab some coal. Let it do that for now. Okay. Interesting. This should be enough for me to run a mechanism system online to get, like, the wind turbines. And I just need, like, a stack of those. So, we will have to postpone this upgrade just a little bit. Yeah. It means that these are generating less per tick than these are passively. Come on, let me click on it. Because yeah, these generate, well, nothing right now. But I think it's 48. These generate nothing. We've got 5 of them down, each of them generating 40. So that's 200 FE per tick. It's not a lot. Like, not at all. If I linked it in over here. No, because then we wouldn't have enough to run these. I'm gonna have to mull it over. We might switch to Powa. Powa's not difficult, but it does take a while to set up, which is the hard part. So... go ahead and claim these quests. And I have 76 apothic coins. Also, I got a flower pouch, which actually is useful. Throw these on the ground. Put them in here. Just to consolidate some storage a little bit. Apparently the tier 2 isn't even able to keep up anymore. Guess we should just upgrade all these. But... okay. Let us work on the next thing then. I think that the next most important thing to work on is one of the other things I said I wanted to work on. I can't remember what I said I wanted to work on today. We upgraded our lava system. We are generating more power. It's not enough. I guess we could start working on AE2. Right here. The first thing that we need to do is get a charger and a meteorite compass. Because then we have to go into the Lost Cities dimension is probably going to be the better of these two choices. The hunting dimension is dangerous, to say the least. So we are going to want a decent set of gear, and I'm contemplating between osmium and emerald. So osmium is 8 attack damage, 3 entity reach. That has 1024 durability, which is going to be way better than my iron pickaxe. Is anyway, but the armor, we'll go ahead and this, and I'm probably going to go for the Paxel if I go for anything at all. But the difference, the emerald set, depends on what I look at. So this set provides speed 2, 8 armor, 1 toughness. 8 and 3. Osmium armor does not have the most durability, but the emerald, this emerald stuff here, 4 and 3, 4 and 3, 9 and 3, 8 and 3, 7 and 3, 6 and 3, 4 and 3, 3 and 3. So this armor is better. And then the sword is 8.5. So even the sword is better, but the Paxel is better over here. Let's go ahead and do emerald, because I think I have more than that than I do osmium. 2 stacks and 1, 5 stacks. So yeah, definitely emerald. Let's go ahead and do, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the Paxel. Just 7. 6 sticks. Actually, 8 sticks. Did my math wrong already. There we go. Osmium Paxel. Way more durability than my pickaxe. Same strength as my pickaxe. Faster than my axe. Stronger than a sword. So this Osmium Paxel is going to be just fine. Then iron armor, or emerald armor, actually. So, not what I wanted. Breastplate, helmet, boots, and pants. Okay. Now, to actually get to any of these dimensions is a whole other thing. So Lost Cities requires skulls, diamond blocks, and a bed. Or I can build a cake, but I don't have the ability to build a cake. Hunting dimension is a little easier, requires 14 of these frames. And then we get in with a hunting dimension portal igniter. It is very dangerous and you can't see. It's always nighttime. So I could look into getting night vision. Vision helmet. That requires crystallized amber, so that's not going to happen. Something. Not getting into Botania far enough to get the tainted blood necklace. That's not happening. At least not right now. It'll happen eventually because I have to. Okay, is there like goggles? No. Is there vision? Okay. If I got into mystical agriculture, I could. But that is something for another day. I made a full set of coal armor, give me night vision. Okay, is there like a torch, like an automatic torch placer? That requires the same crystallized stuff. Interesting. Do I have like a lantern slot by any chance? No. Can't just hang a lantern off my belt? Doesn't look like it. Okay. How much does it cost in here to buy night vision? Night vision is 32 infused coins. Yeah, that's not happening. Unfortunately. We might just have to make torches then. Only 24? Yeah. I guess that math does work out. I don't know why I was expecting more. So we have to make our way to the hunting dimension. We need 14 of these frames. Means we need arrows. We also need an arrow for a hunting dimension portal igniter. Which means that we are going to have to make a mob farm. So I guess that's our next step. Dang, I thought we could get a lot further than we actually can. That's unfortunate. Okay. We could get to the Nether. Using a Nether portal. Do some of these Nether quests. There's not a lot. Find a fortress. Find a bastion. Find ancient debris. It's pretty much all we can do right now. So, where do I want to go? I think we make a mob farm. I think first we make a passive mob area. Just a 5x5. We're going to build it off this direction. We'll go ahead and go 10 out. I am off stream going to pretty this base up a little bit. I'm gonna get the chisel mod from Rechiseled and fancify all these blocks and make my base actually look good, clean it up, do all that. But that will have to be done later. Okay, and I need this to be a 7x7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's too far. Okay. There we are. And then we can fill in the inside of this with this dirt. And now we're going to build fences so that we can start generating passive mobs over there. My grass seed is not in there, it's over here. Grass seed. And then need just a bunch of wood. I believe fences is this layout. No, that's fence gate. Dang it. Okay. 6 fences. Wait, that's one fence short. Oh, I do need a gate. So we'll put a gate right here. Grass in the middle. Wait, I'm just an idiot. I was like, it's gonna be one short, but that's if I was trying to fill this cube. Which I am not. Okay, torches down. Run on a light overlay to make sure that no mobs are actually gonna be able to spawn on, like, this stuff. My base should be lit up by my lava generators. They are, that's good. And so this just needs to sit around and wait. But I need feathers. So we're gonna let that do feathers. I also just need chickens in general. I don't think I can craft chickens. Nope. I can craft chicken seeds, which is not the same. But I need GM chicken feed and cursed GM chicken feed. Well, nutritious chicken feed and GM chicken feed, technically. I could do gateway pearl of the chicken. But I actually want this gateway pearl of the Emerald Grove, which is an Eye of Ender and 8 flowers. I could do the easy one, but like, why would I? So I need an Ender Pearl. I'm not going to actually have. So I need to create a mob farm. I need to set up fans and a mob grinder. So what I want to do is we're just gonna make it out of cobblestone for now. I need a bunch of stone. I need redstone, I need diamonds, I need iron. And I need clay, actually. So the plan is one lever. And I'm actually going to use kind of a weird item. Not the easiest to use, but I did use it in my personal run. In my personal playthrough that I started on this mod pack. And I did appreciate the item. Is these redstone cables. I did not need that many. That was an accident. Well. Whatever. So the plan is to make mob grinding utilities. I actually have a quest line, so I should make sure that I follow that. Yeah, so I want the mob masher and I want the fans. I could do conveyor belts. Yes. I do not play a Greg Tech pack because Greg Tech is way more complicated than I am willing to play. I like expert level packs, but Greg Tech is a whole other level. So I want the mob masher. Like there's a fake mob masher. Oh, there's a mechanical. Yeah, the Greg Tech mod packs just make it overly complicated. There's no reason to make real life chemical engineering in a Minecraft mod. Forgot to grab the iron. I need 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 1, 2, just 3. I don't know where I got 6 from. You need all of those. Throw that all on the ground. And mob masher. Okay. We have the masher. Yeah, I enjoy difficult packs, but I do not enjoy tedious packs. So where you're just sitting there doing the same thing over and over and over again for hours, not my kind of pack. But stuff like this, where the multi-blocks have just changed, the crafting recipes have changed to be more difficult, but you still have a bunch of stuff to do, that's my kind of pack. I think we can craft most of these. I do want sharpness. I want looting. And then I think that's all I really want. I don't think I need any of the other ones. I do need a bunch of mob fans. That's not crafting recipe. In the corners. Do I craft the mob fans again? Oh, with iron. I was almost right. Yeah, I have not played... I've played Minecraft for a very long time, but not played... I have seen people rave over... What is it? Cannot remember the name of the mod pack, but it's basically like Stardew. And I am not the kind of person that can sit down and play Stardew Valley. It is too boring of a game for me. But you know, I don't yuck on people's yums. If people enjoy it, that's for them. I have a very specific style of game that I enjoy, and that's what I play. And this is one of them. This is the most complicated mod pack I've ever played. It's got the most changes, but you know, it's fun. I played all the mods 10. I played Stone Block. I like the challenge. Yeah, Project Infinity. It's a fun one. I played it off stream before deciding I wanted to play it on stream, and I played a lot of it. I played 30, 40 hours. Yeah, all the mod packs are fun. I haven't ever played one that wasn't a To the Sky because I like the forced progression of you literally have nothing, so you have to figure it out. I'm a big fan of that style. This mod pack is still very, very early in its development, actually. There's been an update every like 2 weeks. In my personal playthrough, did not even get to the first Infinity. So the goal is to get Infinity 12 to craft creative items. And I couldn't even get to the point of crafting 1. I got close, but I stopped and started streaming it instead, so I restarted. All the mods 10, yeah, there's a lot to do. I didn't 100% it, but I made the ATM star and then moved on with my life. Because I hadn't figured out how to make the best reactor that I could yet, so I just AFK'd for 20 hours on my really, really crappy one to get 1 antimatter. I like the look of this pack. Like I said, I haven't gone super far into it. Like time-wise, I sunk a lot into it. Oh yeah, power wasn't a problem in my All the Mods 10. It was the actual production of polonium. I just used 4 nitro reactors from Powa, and that ran it perfectly fine. But I did explode my mechanism reactor 3 times. So that was not fun. But yeah, I'm having a good time. This is only my 2nd time streaming this one so far. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to get back to where I was now that I know what I'm doing. Getting back to where I was when I decided to start streaming it and not just playing it by myself. Alright, so here is the plan. I am going to set this here. Like this. We are going to attach a redstone cable to this block here. It's going to look really, really weird for a while. So that connects there, and it allows it to run a signal. So I can put the lever here, and it turns on that. So what I want to do is I want to build the mob room. So that's 2 blocks tall, 3 blocks tall. I want it 5 by 5. I want a 5 by 5 with a barrier. So we want to start here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna put a block there. And then there. And then it needs to be 5 wide, but we don't want a barrier on this side. So 1, 2, 4, 5, and put a block there. This is going to be the outline of our mob room. And we can fix it and make it smarter later. But for now, this is what we want. We want the 3 in the middle. Then we want this one right here. And then what's going to happen is we're going to put a block right here. We're going to run a cable, a redstone cable, all the way back over here. And we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to have the redstone cable run over here. And then the same thing over here, except we're going to cut it short. Have the cable run here. And then we can connect up our fans. This redstone cable. Much easier. so now, if we flick this lever, it turns on the fans and the mob masher. So that way we have full control over turning this on and off. Makes it really, really easy. And then double check the area. Yeah, this pushes them onto the mob masher. We actually want this back by 1, now that I'm thinking about it. So let me get rid of the cable and the mob fan. Okay, I'm gonna need to get a different pickaxe because yes, this is a powerful weapon, but it kind of sucks. What we want is the fan to push them just to the edge so that they're hitting it but not pushing them up onto it, because then they can clip through the wall, and that would not be a good time. So yeah, there we go. Need to hook it back up. Okay. Now we can build this up. I went up 3 tall at least. We're gonna make it 4 tall, just because of some of the monsters that are added. Okay, that's 4 tall. We're gonna put a roof on it. The roof is gonna be lit up. Okay. No restriction. Build it. Okay. We had the perfect amount of cobblestone. Fantastic. Okay, now we will turn this on. We will, before I get too far, flame this chunk so that if creepers spawn, they don't blow up my base. I do need an absorption hopper, but I can't actually make one until I have ender pearls. Yeah, because I need an Eye of Ender. Oh, is that not 24 blocks away? I thought I put it that far. 2. Yeah, it's more than 24 blocks away. So I suppose that I should crack it open and make sure that it's dark enough. Let me turn this off. These back in place. Nope, not at all. This is not a solid block. Dang. Okay, so let's see. I break this cable. Broke all of it. I put a block here. Yeah, this is dark enough. So, just now need to know this will also carry through blocks. So if I were to do this, does it turn on Mob Masher? It does! Great. This I can now leave to do its thing. So, I don't know where I dumped my bread. Okay. This is now almost full of lava. That's good. Let us... Still nothing over here. It's so annoying sometimes. Let's get damage and looting upgrades. So, max of 10. So that's really easy. 10 pieces of redstone is no problem. It's technically 20 pieces of redstone. Then 40 pieces of lapis. Turned into blue dye. 10 of these. And then sharpness is going to require 40 iron swords. So let's get crafting. Yes. So 40 iron swords is going to cost 80. So 64. And 16. $40 swords. Really, really slowly. Craft all 10 of these. And sharpness, 10 luck. We do then have to open up this block here. Now, the mob masher able to get me there. Fortunate. Okay. Forgot about those blocks. Okay. Now, I need to be really, really careful. That is not what I want to do. I want to place it. So what I want to do is to be able to get close enough to pick up the loot without injuring myself on the mob masher. I think I want to get over 1. If I stand right here, I should be able to pick up all the loot without breaking everything. I believe that trapdoors count as solid objects for light. Can't remember. The blocks that are transparent does confuse me. Yeah, so these don't work. That is okay. We'll just use a piece of cobblestone. Okay. I am waiting for that to kill skeletons. And what's the other one I need? Enderman. So Did see something die. Oh, I'm not close enough to pick up those ones over there. Okay. The rain in Minecraft. And nothing I can do to get rid of it, unfortunately. A couple more apothic coins. We're at 81, which is 9 infused coins. We need 32 infused coins if we want dark or night vision. What's called dark vision. I'm reading too many D&D books. Not need the gold nuggets on me right now. This is supposed to be compacting them into ingots, but it's not doing that for some reason. It's frustrating. Okay. I did get an arrow. It's not enough. Because I need 14 of these, which means I need to craft this 4 times. I need 5 arrows total. I don't have feathers because there's no animal spawns. I don't have anything over here. Okay. So now that that is going, I think I can focus on another thing. So let's get started on what I wanted to do with mystical agriculture. So I want to get started on growing inferium seeds. I need a bunch of clay and a bunch of bricks. Okay, so we have 4. Throw that in. I need another 5 per each of those. Okay. Then I want to make them hoppers. And then we will turn these into hoppers, and then I need, I think I have one. Okay. This goes right here. Did my math wrong? Okay, so I need 5 more. But this will make botany pots. Need seeds. Need one more hopper. So those aren't going to be enough. Need more of those. More stone and more gold. Didn't mean to hold the lead. Wait, 2 more. Alright, so the way that this is going to work is we will surround wheat seeds with inferium. Will give us inferium seeds. We will then put a hopper botany pot, 4 of them to be precise, item pipes down the side. I can't reach the bottom of them right now because I don't have light. And then I just need to figure out what I want to put in the bottom there. So I could put regular dirt, I could put farmland, I could put inferium farmland. You know, I could do a lot of things. That's a good noise, I like that noise. Didn't get any more arrows. Okay. Inferium seeds in a hopper botany pot. So, currently we have access to inferium farmland, which is a 0.1 multiplier. And that's it. So I guess we're doing inferium farmland. Wonder if I can use my Paxful. No, I don't think so. So, 4 dirt. Hoe and inferium. 4 inferium farmland. Goes right in. And inferium seeds. Now, these will automatically grow just like we're doing with sugarcane, oak, and wheat. They will grow, they will be pulled into that drawer. That is where they will stay. I tricked them. Okay. Let us I think there has to be another way to get chickens. This is so slow. But maybe I really do just have to wait around for chickens to spawn. But I also need to get the GM chicken feed. I need experience. So interesting. Okay. I might have to make this because it takes so many eyes. I want like that because I don't have slime balls. Hunting dimension would be the obvious choice. Spider in the corner. Not helpful. It's also daytime, so he's not really gonna bother me. I either need feathers or I need skeletons. I could go this route using a compactor a dissolver. So I can get string, get keratin, turn it into feathers. Turned it into wool, and then I get triglyceride, which I can use to make honeycomb later, which is necessary. Okay, let's craft those. Instead of waiting around for things to spawn, let's just make the item chemically. I need a compactor. I need a bunch of cobblestone. Iron, redstone, and wood, which I have. Cool. 2 pistons. 2 stone pressure plates. Okay, compactor. Dissolver requires 2 more pistons. 2 magma blocks. We'll put back down my mechanical drying basin. Fill that with lava. We'll go ahead and put the actor down on one side. And our dissolver. So we want to dissolve ring. Do have some of, which is fine. If I dissolve wool, it'll give me keratin and triglyceride. Real chemistry, and then the keratin I can put in the compactor, and then it'll make feathers. Okay. Now in here, we want to recipe feather. Lock the recipe. Keratin, feather, lock it, it'll make feathers. Okay. That should be all we need this for, to be honest. Because I just needed 2 feathers. But I can go to the hunting dimension. Yeah, I need hunting dimension core igniter. Put it in a frame. Four, 8, 12, 16. Have the portal igniter. Right here, we're going to I think it's just a square, right? No, it's the same as a nether portal. I don't know why we needed 14. Nether portal is 10. And then we ignite it. Now I want to empty my backpack. Or I want to get a backpack, which we can't do just yet. I want to empty my inventory. Everything I do not need to carry with me in there. I need my Paxel. I need my food. And I will bring my buckets. I will also bring a regular pickaxe. Oh, I can't even do what I wanted to do in there anyway right now, because I didn't make the thingy. Wait just a second. I'm being dumb. There we go. Now we can go on an adventure. And it's going to be really, really dark in there. So let's grab some torches as well. And now we'll go in. That is the end of episode 3. I hope you all have enjoyed, and I will catch you all in the next one.